Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, another week is over. It's Sunday. We're doing some Ask Deadly, the weekly show where I read your guys' questions that you leave me in the comment section, and I do my best to answer them. This week, before we get started, just a reminder for all you PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds fans, there is a new patch that has been released a couple days ago that has the VSS Ventores, and I haven't had any time to really dive into that, but I plan on getting a lot of footage this coming week of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds because obviously, with DayZ 0.62's release, that has been where all of my focus has been put. So I definitely want to kind of bring it back to a balance between DayZ and Battlegrounds this week for all you Battlegrounds fans. Because actually, I've been thinking about that a lot. I have pretty much not played Battlegrounds for the last 6 days. So anyways, just want to get that out there. More Battlegrounds, guys, this week. More games, more chickens. It's on the way. The first question of the week comes from League of Silver Legend. Where is the best location for spawning M4s? Tizzy Military Base seems to be the best place to spawn M4s, AUGs, and AK-101s. So if you're looking for 5.56 weapons, that's where you're probably going to have to go. Now mind you, they are able to spawn in other locations, but they seem to have the highest density there. You won't be able to find 5.56 weapons on helicopter crashes anymore for the current moment. They're still disabled, so down the road, those weapons should spawn back on helicopter crashes and not in regular military bases. Hey Deadly, I'm a web developer and a true DayZ fan. Currently, there are a few online map tools for DayZ, like iSurvive and DayZ TV-map, but I think they lack a bit of content. I'm thinking about creating a new website that is very similar but has a lot more quote-unquote content, being able to draw custom routes on the map and better planning, communication, and squad features. Do you think that this would be a good idea? Do you think it could be a hit? Keep up the great work. So I'll be completely honest, I think DayZ is a niche game and there's already about 3 or 4 very popular map websites out there. So you're going to have to find a way to become better than them and then also find ways to promote your website. I think another thing will be difficult to actually monetize your site because of the traffic not being that high. I don't think ad revenue will do the job, and then if you overpopulate the web page with ads, then it might drive people away. So I don't know how you would basically monetize it. That would probably be the biggest issue. So figuring that out at the early point is something that you would need to do. I would contact DayZTV.com. They're really awesome people. I'm sure that they would be open to allowing you to work on their web platform or a pre-existing map platform for a price, either for a share of the ad revenue on the map page or for a contract fee. That is what I would do, because making a brand new site at this late in the game for DayZ would be challenging. Not impossible, but challenging. That's my honest take on it. Hey Deadly, what do you think about adding types of rounds for different calibers, such as hollow points, FMJ, AP rounds? I'd be down for some 22 LR AP and Sporter. I think at this point it's safe to say that that will happen. I don't know when, but definitely down the road. It's up DayZ's alley. There's multiple different types of ammunition, especially in Arma 2 and Arma 3, so I wouldn't see why they wouldn't do it in DayZ standalone. Hey Deadly, do you think that they will tone down and fix the weapon sway in 0.63 or at least change the swinging up and down to opposed to left and right? Well, they've already reduced the weapon sway in DayZ 0.62, but they do plan on reworking the entire weapon system in the future during beta, possibly even for 0.63, so that will be coming down the road. As a gamer from a young age, what really got you into video games? What games do you revisit from the past that still spark nostalgia and a feel of excitement? Keep up the great content. Well, I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 92, so by the time that I was 8 or 9, we didn't have any video game consoles, but I was starting to see a couple of my friends from school having them, hearing about them, seeing TV ads. I knew that the N64 was really massive, and I actually wanted to get one for myself because one of my neighbors, they got an N64, and I went over there and checked it out, and I just couldn't believe my mind. They were playing Ocarina of Time, and I still remember this to this day, that I think as a kid, I probably pissed them off because I kept on going back to their house on a near daily basis to just watch this guy play his N64. And around 9 or 10, I remember talking to my brothers, and we all kind of made a pact that we would save our weekly allowance and save up for an N64. And it took a very long time, but we did that a little bit late to the game. I believe we had it around the year 2000, maybe 1999, 2000. And that is really what got me into video games. My dad had an old Atari system that kind of worked, and I know that I played that when I was a lot younger, but I just was not interested in it. It just didn't really captivate me at all. I enjoyed playing them, like Space Invaders and all that stuff, but I never got too deep into it until that N64, and also the Game Boy Color. That was massive, playing Pokemon Blue and Red in the very early days. Those were kind of the foundations for me. One of those games that I revisit and I've just actually beat again is Ocarina of Time. Just went through that entire game a few weeks ago. It's a lot of fun. That has probably some of the most childhood memories on that game. Some other games, Diablo, Diablo 2, World of Warcraft, of course, RuneScape. Those are all big games for me, and especially the Halo franchise. Those are the games that really just kind of made me the gamer that I am today. Do you think they should add bots or more stuff like that just to feel less lonely on the servers? When modding is enabled, you can probably bet your ass that someone is going to figure out a way to create AI bandits that roam around the map, but I don't think that's a plan for the official game. The developers do want to add things like bears and make the wolves a lot better, and different types of threats from the environment that will keep players on their toes even in situations where they're not directly running into another player. But if you added more players or you added AI, I think that would dilute the experience from the actual encounters with real people, and that is what makes DayZ so good. So I would be very careful about adding AI. I don't personally think that AI bandits belong in the core gameplay, but I would love to see it in the mods that come in the future. I want to thank you for not abandoning YouTube like most Twitch gamers. Love all of your content. My question is, if I wanted to ask a question for Ask Deadly, where do I ask it? On this video or your last upload at the time? Thanks. You want to leave it in this video, I sort of answered that question there. But also I want to touch a little bit on the YouTube thing too. I've always done YouTube without going full-time. I've never been a full-time YouTuber. I actually consider myself a full-time streamer. On a given month, I can make anywhere between $400 and $700 on YouTube. That's great money. That helps me pay my rent, buy new equipment, and just stay alive. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching my content. But any adult will tell you that $500 is not really enough money to sustain yourself or other people. So although it's really nice, I've never been in a position where I've had to rely on these videos. Now, YouTube is a really big deal because I've done it for most of my entire life, and I don't see that there's any other platform other than Twitch that has really even come close to touching YouTube. So Twitch and YouTube go hand in hand at the moment. Maybe at one point in time, Twitch might overtake YouTube completely and everyone is just going to be uploading their videos on Twitch and then life will move on. And you can actually do that right now. I can upload all of my YouTube videos to Twitch, and actually I think I can still do that. There's no rule in my agreement with YouTube that prevents me from uploading my content to another website at the same time. So that is completely up to me. But I think what's happening right now is that all of these full-time YouTubers who do Twitch on the side, they don't do Twitch every single day, they almost have to move over to Twitch right now because a significant part of their revenue, on average 66% reduction. So they're only receiving 33% on average what they have received in the past before this whole YouTube blackout thing. And it's getting better. I have to say, I think we're kind of getting over it. Advertisers are starting to return to the platform, but for big YouTubers, they've taken a massive hit, especially if they have editors and managers to pay. Some YouTube channels have whole teams of people that provide for themselves and their families, so that could be a really big hit. So a lot of those guys have now come over to Twitch, which is a welcome addition, but it's just something that you have to keep in mind. The next question ties in really nicely. Hey Deadly, since you are a streamer a lot and make a lot of content, do you ever feel like it's become a job instead of a hobby? Because I personally enjoy gaming most after days of school and work, and I don't think it would be something that I could do full time. What is your opinion about this? I actually stream full time, so I do this for a living. That was a decision that I made after my last consulting job. I was really unhappy with where I was going in my life, and I always knew that I wanted to stream and make videos full time. There's a lot of people that will criticize that and say that it's something that may not last forever, but you know what? who cares? I love it. It's something that I enjoy doing, and I will have to worry about when that date comes in the future. But this industry is new and exciting, and I believe it's going to be staying for a very long time. Video game entertainment is huge, and it's only getting bigger, not smaller, and Twitch is only growing. And there's a lot of new people coming into this community. So that is what keeps me excited. So although it is my job, I try not to see it that way, because I know this is a rare opportunity that not that many people can say they can do. And I don't try to take it for granted every single day. I am constantly reminded that this is something that not only I've worked hard to get to this point, but I'm privileged to be here. Man, these have been some great questions this week. Thank you guys for leaving me some. And I know there was a lot of questions that I didn't get to, but I try to keep these videos under 10 minutes for our sanity together. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave your questions in the comment section below. Check out the daily live streams. I am going to be doing a I will be doing a 12-hour stream tomorrow, May 29th. So definitely stick around for that. We're going to be playing a lot of DayZ, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and a lot of other games, and playing with a lot of friends. So that should be some fun. So I'll see you guys tomorrow on Twitch. Have yourselves a fantastic evening, and I'll see you guys next week.